Well, hello everyone. I'm so happy today because we're actually gonna start building the real shade today. We'll be building a file called HTML codes. It's gonna have all the important functions that I'll be using through this project. And I promise you guys it's gonna be fun, sorry. So I'd urge you to fasten your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. Well, before we start building that, there's something I would want us to do. We actually forgot to do it in the last video series. We created every other table we'll be needing, except for these that we've already created before the last tutorial. So what we didn't do is that we didn't import those tables into our database. So I would want to do those. I would want to import those tables so that you see how I get them in here. Alright, simply click on this import option. We choose the file. Okay, we have those files seated in our root directory. So sorry, mixing up words. htdocs here, lessons here, and tbt tables. Okay, so let's take them one after the other. We go admin, scroll down and go. Alright, this is great, no errors. The next table, excuse me, got flame in my throat. We choose file, candidate course, scroll down and hit go. And here we go, no errors. Next of candidates, scroll down, hit go. That's cool. Next, examinations. If you look closely, you notice that the tables we import already appearing by the side over here, so they are now a part of our database. Okay, next, examiner, scroll down, hit go, and we're good. Next, you see how easy this is. So whichever system you're trying to move the project to, you don't have to start trying to create tables, trying to know what fields you have on each table. That's a lot of work. You just simply import what you've created already. I think the last thing we added was what? Instructions. So questions. I'll scroll down. Makes life really easy. So I'd urge you guys to rather build your tables from code rather than creating them on your database directly. Results, go, import, choose file, username. Okay, we've done that already. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 tables, and over here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Cool. So high serious, ready to go. We're all set up. Alright, cool. So let's start building this shade right now. Well guys, things might get a little bit complicated right here, but I would urge you to pay close attention, follow me as slow as you can. You can pause and rewind the video wherever you don't understand. You replay whatever you don't understand. But if at the end of everything you still have issues or problems, leave me a comment and I promise you I'm gonna work it out. Alright, let's create a new file. We're gonna save this file as like I said earlier, HTML underscore codes. You gotta be kidding me. We created that file already. Open. I'm so sorry guys, this is from the previous tutorial and from the previous while I was test running stuff. So we're gonna clear it all out, save this, and build it from scratch. What do you say? Cool. Okay, so the first function we're gonna be building is the function that takes care of our header for the project. So let me leave us a little bit comment here. So codes for header I'm so sorry guys, before doing anything we should create a PHP block. I'm so anxious to start up the system, forgetting to create PHP. What the hell? PHP, break it down so we can start up here. Code for now, it looks like a comment. Alright, so first function, I'm pretty sure you guys know how to declare functions, so I won't have to go through the trouble of having to explain every of this little stuff. So we'll call this function header codes. Okay, our double braces, open and close curly brace. Then right here I would want to call a function that we haven't created yet, but we're gonna create in a minute, so just stay with me. Call this function, say top right links, because it's supposed to take care of those little stuff that you see at the top of web pages by the corner, like welcome, you're signed in as, all those kind of information. Now this little function would take care of that for us. Alright, so let's just call it here for now, even though we haven't created. That should be the next thing we create after this header codes function. Excuse me. So at this point I would want to echo out. I'd rather use single quotes for my echoes so I can involve HTML attributes therein. Don't worry, when we get there you're gonna understand, but I would want to echo out some HTML. I'll break this down a little bit so you see stuff clearly. Alright, so our header, let's give this ID of what ID do we give to our header? Now let me explain something. You see how I decided to use single quotes here instead of double quotes? This is the reason. I'm sure that since I'm trying to echo out HTML elements, at some point I'll be needing to supply attributes, and attributes come in double quotes. So if we use double quotes, we'll have to start escaping all of these double quotes with our forward slash, and that's some serious work. I don't think we are ready to go through all of that. It's easier to rather do this with single quotes, the echo out with single quotes, and then let the double quotes be for your attributes, if you understand. Alright, so we'll call this header tag what? Let's say main header. Okay, so I think we can close off before building whatever we want to build in there. Now I'm using HTML5 standard of HTML coding, and that's why I'm using header tags here. HTML5 gave us better options for doing these things. We now have things like the header tag, and it's like, so if you're not very conversant with HTML5, I would kind of encourage that you go look it out so that you follow exactly what I'm doing right here. Okay, So in this header tag would be having a link, an anchor link. Hey, now this link is gonna lead to our index page. What we are trying to do right here is display the header image like a company logo or something like that, like the name of the website, the major caption. That's what we're trying to display here. So I'm supplying this href attribute element. I'm wrapping this within the href element so as to make it clickable. You know, once you're anywhere in the page and you decide to click on the header, it should direct you back to the home page. Hope you understand that. Alright, so this goes to index.php. okay, uncreated yet though, but will be created in a minute. So we can close this off, close this, and then put an image tag in here. Close off, and so img source should be, if you guys remember properly, when we were doing these things, I had a couple of I had some, I'm so sorry to have to take you through all of this, but all I'm trying to say is that I had some images already in our folder, in our images folder. Now it's one of these images that I'm trying to load up into lessons into our web page as our header element images. Now we have this and this. This is supposed to be our header, so it's named logo. You understand? I would want to load it up right there. That's why we need this. So this image element, so the source is gonna be, source should be equal to, wrap it in double quotes, images. You know, from the root, the next folder is the images folder, and the name of our file is logo, and it's a png type file, .png. So good. Okay, and that's basically what would need to for here. Okay, then next off would be let's create a div, a div that would hold a little bit of, you'd understand. Let's just create a div that will be like a bar on the top. This bar should be able to demarcate the header from the main body, and also can contain some sort of caption. Alright, let's see. Div, what do we call this div? Say top bar. Good enough. id equal to top underscore bar. Alright, okay, close off. Now one other new element that HTML5 supply does is the legend element. So I'll be using that right here, legend, to display some sort of text. Close legend. Legend. Okay, legend. Now we'll just simply add display of the name of my company, the AIYK, so you are corporation. Cool. Well, that's basically all we would need for this function. Okay, so I hope everything is cool, no problems. Alright, let's create the next function we'll be needing. Okay, I said we're gonna create these top right links, right? So let me just pick this up, copy,